let's move on with the show then. So, our first guest of the late afternoon Latitude show is Taavet Hinrikus, who started his career, of course, at Skype, director of strategy there, co-founded the unicorn Wise, formerly TransferWise, and now invests and has a fund called Plural. You'll hear a lot about them during the show as well. A $500 million fund heavily investing in robotics. Taavet, welcome to the show! Taavet, welcome, my friend. How are you? Thanks for coming.
Where do I go? There.
Here we go. You did one more time.
Yeah. I have a question.
Yes.
Taavet,
Yes.
there was a second picture on the screen. What's going on?
So this show was meant to have first two guests, and that was Arti, who is, of course, the founder of Starship. Now, the interview was going to be focused on Starship, a robotics company you'll all hear about momentarily. But he decided just not to show. No, he was a little bit sick this morning. He didn't want to contage. Well, it was contagious, apparently, this is what his doctor said. We can guess what that disease is. 10 points for the best guess. Anyway, so we've just got you, Taavet. First and
More
foremost,
than enough, I would say. More than enough.
and maybe Chris will come into that at some moment. Taavet, so first and foremost, how cool is this, seeing this in your home country?
It's awesome.
Yeah?
Thanks for coming. I think it should be latitude 66 at least.
It should be 66. Yeah, they've been how many have there been, Lisi? Quite a few by now. Anyway, well, Taavet, so you're Estonian. Of course, many of us will know who you are in the room. You're one of those homegrown heroes. You built the incredible business that was TransferWise, now is Wise. You're involved in a lot of different businesses, but I wanted to sort of backtrack a little bit. And we all are from different cultures and different types of entrepreneurial ecosystems. Some big, some small. The US seems to be sort of the holy grail of this. But Estonians as entrepreneurs, do Estonians make good entrepreneurs? Are there traits in your culture that sort of are likened and help entrepreneurship? Or is it the opposite? Are there things we need to do better here that you've obviously done?
I think there's probably a couple of ways of looking at it. If we look at the classic Estonian traits, and maybe that wouldn't really go for it.
What are those classic traits?
You know, the classic traits of loving to communicate, or to be more
Loving
exact,
to, yeah, okay.
not liking to communicate. I remember back in the Skype days, we started having bunches of Americans coming here, and an American comes in the office and says, "Hey, how are you? Good morning." And all the Estonians go, "Don't look at me. Whatever you do, don't ask this from me." I even remember myself, I was years ago in 1996, I was an exchange student in the US. I moved to the US, lived in a family. The son in the family comes home after school and says, "Hey, Taavet, how are you?" I'm like, "Oh, hi, I'm good, I'm okay." Next day, he comes home and he asks me again, "How are you?" I was like, "I told you yesterday." So what do you want, dude?
Can you relate, Estonians?
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't probably say anything, would you? But you did. Good for you. They're working on that.
But I think
yeah.
we've come quite a long way
Yeah.
from there. If you look at the people now, I think we've learned to speak just enough to get shit done.
Yeah.
Not too much like others who get less shit done, but I think we've come a long way. And if you look at Estonia, the number of unicorns per capita, I think we're winning in that race. So I don't know how you're winning in your skiing, but we're definitely winning in the unicorn race.
I'm definitely getting overtaken by many Estonians as well. I think cross-country skiing is a big thing here too. But on that note as well, Estonia as an ecosystem, traits that work well. Are there any sort of, for example, I'm based in Oslo, Norway, and there's this law called Janteloven. You know this one, Jørgen, right? You know this one. Give it, good to see some Norwegians in the room. Love it. Right? Which means don't stand out. Don't think you're better than anyone else. And obviously this is meant to be humble, but also that can be counterintuitive when it comes to tech, right? Are there any traits here that you find help people become better entrepreneurs?
I think there's a deep culture of actually getting stuff done, putting your head down.
Executing,
and just
delivering.
Working. We're really bad at selling. The classic Estonian salesman joke is that Estonian salesman goes to work and starts aggressively waiting for the phone to ring. So we don't really do a good job selling.
Yeah.
But I think we do a good job building. And I think, we've been just really lucky having Skype being built here, which inspired the next generations of entrepreneurs. So once people saw that, hey, look at these guys, they built Skype, they're just like me. I can do it, I can come from Tartu and I can build a great company. And I think, as a result of having such an early success story, Estonia has done an amazing job of becoming the top unicorn factory.
And that's an interesting point, that unicorns, right? It's something we popularize in our industry. We love to talk about unicorns. We love to talk, let's be honest, about money. How much are you raising? At what valuation? How big's your fund? What fund number are you on? How many unicorns in the portfolio? And I feel like we talk so much about money until we actually have money, until it becomes real, until we reach kind of your status, really, where you have an exit or part of that. And I'm just curious about sort of your role changing, right? You've done that full cycle now. You've been a founder. You've built those businesses. I'm sure there's lots of lessons and failures along the way, but you have had a success. You're now seen as one of those holy grails. I'm sure you're a billionaire in some currencies, right? What has been the expectation of you now and your role? So, how are you contributing back into the ecosystem? Do you feel new pressure? Before it was the pressure to grow, to scale, to succeed. Now it's the pressure to give back. How is it from a perspective that many of us, I hope, will be at, but very few of us will ever reach, that...
Who in the audience is a billionaire? Raise your hand real quick. Oh, yeah. That one guy. Pitch
currency,
to him
yeah.
later.
Good
Pitch to
question.
him later. Okay.
But it's interesting. I feel like it's a question that's not spoken about enough in our industry, right? There's so much pressure on us to succeed, and then you do, and there's pressure to sort of help others to take you with you.
I think the pressure is really kind of what you make of it. Is really what gets you out of bed in the morning, and kind of what do you feel ashamed about, or what do you want to achieve. But the way I think about it is, I kind of think of life as a series of careers. My first career was being an employee, helping to build Skypes, and I ended up on the next career, which was being an entrepreneur. I saw Skype, it was like fucking amazing, and I was never want to go and get a job in a bank or in a telco after that. I wasn't really stuck on starting my own company, but I wanted to work in the tech sector, in something which is fast growing. Ended up co-founding my own business, and that went well. And it's a little bit of a cliche becoming an investor now, but I look at this as kind of like a third career for the next decade. And why I'm doing it, to me, it's really about building a business is bloody hard.
Yeah.
So there's kind of there's no shortcuts. There's no guarantees that you're going to be successful for a third time of doing it, or fourth or fifth. And it took me 10 years to build one iconic company. So for me, it's about, can I help another dozen or 24 people realize their dreams and build their company over the next decade of my career? So that's kind of how we came together to build Plural. We're all deep believers in Europe, and we want to back the most ambitious European businesses. And if we're really good at finding these most ambitious entrepreneurs, we're building something really proper and meaningful, then we're going to end up having GDP level impact.
Yeah.
Rinse and repeat. Simple. Done.
Rinse and repeat. And the question is, can lightning strike twice? You mentioned you built one iconic business. I mean, does it make you more likely to create another, or does that make you, that's your one chance, you've hit it, 1 in a billion? And the fund that came out of this, Plural, right? $500 million investing in what typical verticals? Are you kind of agnostic, or what's your sort of focus?
Completely agnostic. I think greatness can come from anywhere.
Okay, cool.
But it's a bit of a maybe woolly definition of like the most ambitious entrepreneurs building something consequential. But what we kind of believe that if you build a big business, it can solve also some societal problems and be a force for good. If I think about TransferWise, we're giving back £1 billion of money from bankers' bonuses to consumers. That's a pretty good thing. And thanks to doing that, we built a profitable company which continues to grow. So we need more of these. I think we're going to make the world a better place. Whether that's in building nuclear fusion like Proxima Fusion does, or doing something in healthcare. We have a company that is using computer vision to monitor patients. The problem is we can't find enough people to do these nursing jobs. So we need computers to replace that. So I think there are many ways how we can actually build a better world and do it in a way which is compatible with venture and capitalism.
Speaking about getting robots and machines and software to take over or support jobs, we've got a video, Stens, of a recent investment you've made. It was Arti, who was meant to be on the stage with us as well. I believe they just raised $230 million in total, I believe. Is that correct? 90 million most recent round Plural took part in. So Stens, let's take a look at what you just invested in. So you invest in the fabrics that she was wearing, right? That's the thing. What interested you about this? Because that's Starship. They make these awesome little robots. And maybe Chris,
Was this video the pitch that you saw, and then you say, yeah, 90 million, I'm in?
90 million in, yeah.
Or was it something else?
I saw a picture of Ahti and Janos.
Okay.
Help your friends.
Won't say how they were dressed, but I saw a picture of them and I was like, I believe in these guys.
Okay.
Chris.
So for me, the robots are cool, right? Dancing is cool. And what do the robots actually do? Because there's a serious thing that they do. And there's thousands of them already.
Well, if you really think about it, today if you're at home and you are hungry, you press a button on your smartphone and a pizza comes home. Is it really a good use of humans' time to carry these pizzas around and bring them to your house?
Probably not.
That's kind of the thesis. Starship robots are these little cute furry things in pink and other colors that drive around on the sidewalks. They don't hit humans. They maneuver around them, they cross the streets, and they bring you any goodies at home, anything you want.
Yeah.
You want some milk, you want a pizza, you want a beer.
All of that sounds really smart, but I'm here to ask the tough questions. So I actually have a better idea. I see a clear use case for the robots, and I think you will like it too. And we went out yesterday, and we did some work to figure out if the use case
Important
is actually
work.
there. So maybe we just run the video.
Maybe Stens, you could run that video. Chris, I think you should replace Artie's role and step in place, no?
Let's see.
Let's see what the video looks like. You really want to do this?
Yeah, absolutely.
You sure?
Yeah,
You want to race the robot?
yeah.
Why?
Because it's going to be funny. It's going to be great. It's going to be entertaining.
You're going to lose, and it's going to be terrible content. You're going to get all sad and grumpy like you always do when you lose.
I don't think I'm going to lose. Can't be that fast.
This is a delivery robot. Delivery groceries and pharmaceuticals and
And
things
I
that
want
people
to
need.
race it. I want to race it.
All right.
Let's do it.
Welcome to downtown Tallinn. And this is one of Starship's robots, the aptly named 6E892. 6E892, what can you do? It's a real name. Show us a trick. Oh, it's got some party tricks. Not bad. Oh, it can move in any angle. That's interesting. So, as you know, Chris is insisting on having his moment on this show. It's not enough that I'm the athlete. He needs to become one today. So Chris is going to race 6E892. Are we ready for this? Chris, are you ready, my friend?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Oh, what a
Ready.
tracksuit. Do you have it in every color?
Yes.
In every fluorescent color
You're
as well?
going down.
All right,
You
so-
have no chance.
These are the ground rules. I, at the sound of a gunshot, will release you from the phone booth in a 50-meter sprint, a dash.
Might be 50 yards.
Might be 50 yards. We haven't quite measured it. To the rock over there. Do you understand?
Yes.
6E89. Do you get it? Yeah, I guess that's a gesture. Are we ready, audience? I think they're ready too. We can hear them. We can hear them. All right, Chris. This is your moment, my boy.
Yeah.
Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt
Yeah.
yourself. Okay, cool. All right, so let's make our way back to the start, please.
Representing Germany.
First one to the 500-meter dash wins. Are we ready? To the sound of a gunshot. 3, 2, 1. There you go! Go, 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 go!
Photo finish. Who won?
So here we are with the winner and the second place. Chris, how you feeling, my friend?
Amazing. I beat you. I beat you as I told you. Winner.
Quite honestly, I didn't think that was going to happen. Did you think it was going to happen?
No, not really. I mean, look at me.
You said it, not me. We have, and the team of Starship have a little surprise for you.
Yeah.
It's in 6E892. You just open it like anyone would do when they order some food.
Yep.
And we got a little gift for you as the first prize winner.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Beer. That's amazing. I love it.
That's my price. Winner.
That's what I call a worthy price for a worthy winner.
Who doesn't want a nice bit of warm kefir on a hot day? Random old lady.
It's old. It's beautiful. You want some?
Yeah, trust me.
No, you can't have one.
All right, fine. Anyway, so that's it from this episode. Let's head back to the studio. Thanks, Antti.
You're welcome.
Thanks, 6E892.
Second place. First place. mean all those mean things I said to you. I'm sorry about that, okay? It was just for content. No hard feelings, okay? Yo, 6E892, can you play music for a winner like me?
Give it up for 6E892!
And for me, what's
And for the winner, Chris! For the winner, Chris!
So we obviously wanted to know Artie's perspective on this loss. So I think
Chris will step in for Artie.
because he's sick.
Not here.
I'll take his place. So
Artie, tell me. So what did you think of the new use case for your 6 million journeys products around the world? Incredible product, 80 countries, cities.
I mean, we're obviously disappointed in the loss. We did our best. First, I thought about firing my entire engineering team, but then I said, no, maybe I have to reconsider. Then I thought maybe Christoph cheated, but we looked into it. It was fair and square. He beat the robot fair and square. So then I decided to just be a big man and just say, okay, we take it to the chin. Christoph is a world-class athlete. He's extremely, extremely fit for his age. He's 28, by the way. So we couldn't do anything on that day. The better man won, and we just have to take it on the chin. It's okay. It's okay. We'll come back stronger. Maybe you can invest more in us so that we can beat Christoph next year.
What did you think, Taavet? Final comments?
I mean, I think it's really a question of what else can Chris do that's better?
Yeah.
Which, I'm doubtful. I think Chris would get really grumpy if he has to deliver 600 pizzas.
Yes.
He'd
probably eat half of them.
How many streets can you remember? Can you drive at night? Can you run at night?
I can run at night.
It's dangerous outside.
Yeah, true.
So I think it's a question of actually, working hand in hand. So robots can do some things better. You can do some things better.
I'm just a better athlete. Let's put it that way. And the rest the robot can do. Can we agree on that?
Maybe we'll build a skiing robot next. And
To beat him?
I
this
love
man.
Bring me into the
Next year.
picture. You know what? I think it's about time we round things off with the wonderful Taavet Hinrikus! Taavet. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. Taavet.